Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn to Love DIY. Today we are creating these beautiful note cards with the Honeybee Cling Stamp Set as well as the detailed bee dies. I'm using the bundle today alongside the DSP, and I'm going to show you here. It's called the Golden Honey Specialty DSP. I'm using several of the patterns today to create my cards, and I'm using a touch of our gold glimmer paper. And let me show you, let me put these aside, and I'm going to show you the stamp set as well as the dies. These are the two stamps that I'm going to be using today, as well as a couple of the others. I'll be using the Honeybee, like I said, and I'll be using this image here as well. And I've already set these up. I'm hoping that you can see these. And then I have the dies that goes with the stamp set as well. Okay, so let me put these aside, and I'm going to show you the materials you'll be needing. I'll be creating two cards today with you. I'll be creating this card here and this one. These are all of the four, but I'm going to be making these two. I made all of them a tad different, and they do have a coating inside or layers. And this one just the same. Okay, so as I say, we're creating those two, and to create these note cards, you're able to actually get you're able to get 4 out of one 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, and I'm using Whisper White. I have two pieces that are cut at 2 3/4 by 8.5, and you can score them at 4 1/4. And then you'll need 4 pieces of the basic black, and these are cut at 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. You'll also need 2 pieces of Whisper White that are cut 2.5 by 4 inches. And then the same with the DSP pieces of your choice. You can choose to use this side or the reverse. I really like the foiling that this paper has, and I'm using the foiled paper side. And these are also cut at 2.5 by 4 inches. And then I have already pre-cut, stamped and pre-cut one of the beautiful bees here, and this is the larger image of the two bees. I've also cut out some of the honeycombs out of the gold glimmer paper, and then I have some scraps that we'll be needing. This is the scrap actually. This one is cut at 1/2 inch, and it'll be by 4 inches, so it'll be the piece that runs through the DSP here. Okay, and I think I cut these a little bit too big just so that I was able to adjust them on the camera. So let's go ahead and get started, and put all the little pieces that we'll be using to assemble it in a moment. Let me take the base of the cards first. This is what I like to start off with. I'm going to grab my bone folder, and we're going to go ahead and fold them in half. And as I mentioned, if you prefer to score your cards before you get started, you can do that, and you have to score it at the 4 1/4 mark. Okay, now that we have these scored, I'm going to go ahead and start layering my cards. I'm going to take my Tombow adhesive, and we're going to go ahead and start layering. We're going to do the outside first, and then I'll save the inside layer so that we can do the stamping of the bee in just a moment. So let's do this guy first. And as I said, I'm choosing to use this side, but you can choose the reverse as well. And let's go ahead and stamp the Whisper White piece that we have here. We're going to be using the Daffodil Delight. And this is what we're going to be using. We're using the smaller of the bees. I'll be putting these aside. I'm going to be stamping off. Taking a piece of printer paper. And as I said, I'll be stamping off and then stamping the second generation image of the bee onto the Whisper White piece that will go on the inside. And then I'll do the same for the second one. Okay. So there you have that. And then while we are using our ink pads, I'm going to take out my Memento Tuxedo black ink and we're going to go ahead and do the thank you. I'm going to do 2 of them. And I'll be using this one piece that's already cut to size. And so what I'll do is I'll do one on one end and one on the other. Leaving room to be able to flag the end of both of these. Alright, those are pretty good. Okay, so I'll be basically done stamping. And then I'm also going to be using, I'll take this out, the Metallic Baker's Twine Sequins and Combo Pack. I'll be using this here in So Saffron just to tie a double bow for the bottom of that bee. So I'll just leave it out. And I'm going to go ahead and cut these and flag them just so that I have them ready. Okay, so those are ready. And I'm going to go ahead and start or finish doing the layering. Okay, these 2 are ready for the inside. So let's go ahead and do that. And looking at the dimensions of the DSP, I do believe I got the measurements a tad wrong. So let's go ahead and measure it now. This one measures 3 and 7/8. 3 and 7/8 by 2 and 3/8. So just a tad smaller than the Whisper White piece that I had mentioned. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start embellishing the front pieces so that we can go ahead and put them onto our card bases. And as I said, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this like this. And let me just trim a smidge off of what I won't be needing. And I'm just using liquid glue throughout, except for when I start to go ahead and start applying some of the other items like the bee and the thank yous. I will be using some dimensionals. So I'm going to go ahead and take my bee, and this is the card that we are focusing on right now, which is this one here. And I'm going to take my Stampin' Blend, and this is in the Light Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to go ahead and color his body. And then for his wings, I did use a little bit of Wink of Stella, so I'll be going ahead and using some Wink of Stella on his wing to give it a little bit of extra shine. I know the card already sparkles, but this just gives it a little extra something. And it's really up to you if you want to go ahead and do it this way, or if you choose not to, that's fine also. And I did use a couple of dimensionals on the bee, just to make sure he was popped on there fairly well. Okay. And I'll be popping him just above here, just like that. And then this guy will be adhered flat. Okay, just like so. And then we're going to try to achieve a double knot, or double bow, that is. And I'm hoping this guy does not fail me. Sometimes it's easier to do it off camera than it is when you're trying to do it on camera. No, that's not going to work. Okay. Okay. I want these to be even. Okay. That does not look so bad. Okay. So all I'm going to do is cut the tails. There you have it. I'm going to go ahead and take my glue dots. I'm going to go ahead and just grab one. And I'm going to squish it, or try to put it in half a little, so that it's easier for me to attach. Come on, guy. There we go. And there you go. That's the first one. We have to attach that to our card base. So let me put these guys aside, and let's go ahead and work on the other card. And we're doing the same thing. We're applying this layer, or this strip. And I forgot to, let's see, I'm doing this one on the top. And I did not snip the end of that. There it is. Okay. And in this case, I'm going to go ahead and adhere the kind of honeycomb that I cut out from the gold glimmer paper. And I'm just going to run this guy. Now, you can try to do this with the sponge, or actually using the mat. Let me take that out. That might help a little. I've used it several times before, so let's see. And if you didn't know this about the mat, is that glue can be easily removed, and you can use it with multiple types of glue, whether it's your liquid glue, your hot glue, or your snail. It's easily removable. So it's great to use it for stamping. Alright, I'm just trying to get a little bit on each little corner here. Okay. And we're just going to position it in a way that this sticks out just a tad bit onto the black. And there you have it. And I'm going to go ahead and take the thank you. I'm going to pop one dimensional on this. I don't feel like it needs any more. Well, maybe two. Let's do two. Just so that it is on there very good. Okay. And just in between the black and the DSP there. And there you have it. Let me go ahead and put the adhesive away. And now all we have left to do is to go ahead and assemble it. So these are the ones that I've already pre-made for this video, and these are the ones that we just created. So let's go ahead and adhere these to the base card. Okay. Alright guys, so let me go ahead and show you the ones that I created using the DSP for these thank you notes. And like I said, you get 4 off of 1 sheet of Whisper White. Or you can switch it up and use any other different color, but the amount that you get out of the size of the 8.5 by 11 is the same. So here are the 2 that we made today. And here are the 4 that I created previous. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to purchase any of the items I've shown today, please visit the website I have linked in the description box below. Or feel free to email me at learntolovediy@gmail.com. Thank you very much for watching. You guys have a great day.